Okay, and welcome to an extra video. So this is going to be separate from the E3 stuff I just done. I just done recording E3 stuff. But we're just going to go through some of the Half-Life 2 beta weapons that I've come across whilst playing Half-Life 2 beta, and obviously comparing them to the actual retail version. I'm going to go through some of the stuff that is really unknown in the beta. You have stuff like the ice axe and binoculars and all that. That was shown off in like my playthrough of the beta and all that, and obviously the E3 stuff I just did. But anyway, so obviously first off we have the crowbar, iconic weapon in Half-Life. So that's really nothing, to be fair. I think the only difference is that the texture is slightly different. But anyway, move on to 2, which is the pistol. Pistol is the same. Has no reloading animation, but it's definitely the same as always. Cube map. This was actually something quite interesting. In Gary's mod, there is actually a Half-Life 2 beta weapons pack, and what this cube map was supposed to do was it was actually supposed to pretty much show like different like textures and different like embezzlement and whatnot, or just like different just lighting effects, which was kind of cool. Now we have the AR-1 here. Now this is quite an interesting weapon. The AR-1 is actually later on the AR-2 in Half-Life 2. As you can see, it is a AK-47 or whatever type it is. But pretty much what it was that it was this was supposed to be the actual weapon that Combine soldiers and the Combine Elite would have used. I think the Combine Elite were different in the beta. I think they were the huge soldiers, but if this weapon was supposed to be used in Half-Life 2, this weapon would have replaced the actual AR-2, and then the Combine Elites and soldiers would have actually used this instead of the AR-2, which is quite interesting. So, in a way, even though there's Combine technology in the lore of Half-Life 2, they would still use some of the old classic weapons. Obviously pre-war weapons as well. Anyway, we have a sticky launcher here. Now this is quite interesting. Obviously it's just a pistol, but it launches sticky grenades. This is quite interesting. Maybe this could have been used in Half-Life 2. Maybe. It could have been. But who knows? I mean, you do have a rocket launcher anyway, with the rocket launcher. I mean a grenade launcher with the SMG. So maybe this was just cut because of the grenade launcher. Maybe it's very fucking cool though. Anyway, SMG2, normal SMG. Is it actually? Yes, it is. Oh no, that's different actually. Wow, that's quite cool actually. Different fire modes for the SMG in beta version. You've got a big fucking fuck yourself version. You've got a burst version, which is kind of cool. Okay, immolator. This is used by I believe it might have been used by the I think this was used by the Cremators. I think I'll show an image of the Cremator actually holding this. Basically the Cremators were actually like janitors in the streets. They'd go around cleaning bodies and this trash and whatnot, keeping the streets clean, and they'd use this to actually liquidize the bodies or whatever the fuck there was on the streets. Okay, grenade. Grenade is slightly different from Half-Life 2, the retail version. In the beta version, you would have a red kind of light going with it, but it actually doesn't. I've noticed that the explosions are different as well, actually. And also as well, it actually sounds different when you actually hit the floor. Yeah, it does sound different. It sounds like a bottle or something, like a normal cylinder, instead of just like the... I don't know what they sound like in Half-Life 2, in the retail version, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, moving on. Molotov. Oh, this isn't a Molotov, this is a head crab. There's another weapon that uses this, but we'll get onto that in a bit. Oh, it is a Molotov. Huh, that's cool. So, yeah, so pretty much a Molotov is a Molotov. It would pretty much set enemies on fire and whatnot, and destroy wooden things and whatnot. The Half-Life 2 beta weapon pack in Gary's mod actually does repair some of these weapons, and they're quite interesting. I may actually go onto Gary's mod maybe one day and actually show off the beta weapons. But anyway, RPG is definitely different in compared to the retail version. It still has the tracking kind of thing, but there's no explosion. But it's very interesting. Oh yeah, it also has a different what am I trying to say? It also has a different firing mode as well, where you can also track it, or it could be homing, or it can just be normal. Okay, so hotwire. Hotwires are quite interesting as well. These weren't actually used in the retail version, but basically what these would do is that you'd throw them on the floor after they stopped rolling, hopefully. They'd then send a bunch of hot wires everywhere, and then if you went into it, it would explode. We're not going to do that though. Actually, let's do it anyway. Oh no, it doesn't actually explode, shit. In the Gary's mod version of the Half-Life 2 weapons, I'm actually stuck, whoops. They actually give off a different... Oh god, they actually give off a different set of spines or branches like it does here. Yeah, that's quite interesting now. Okay, so Waller Wand. This is interesting. So, let me go ahead and look up the cheat code, or the give. There we go. Hang on. Let me have a look quickly. Let me do something very quickly, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I couldn't really actually do anything. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's move on to number 5. Basically, what I wanted to do was I wanted to spawn a roller mine, because I believe what this is it turns the roller mines into friendly roller mines, like Alex does with her little sappy thing that she has. Anyway, so towel cannon. Don't know where. I think this is actually, yeah, this is actually used on the Jeep in Half-Life 2. So it's kind of cool how you might have actually been able to take this off the Jeep and actually use it to kill enemies, which is really fucking cool. Incendiary rifle. Now this is the AR2 that we all know from Half-Life 2 if you've played it. So pretty much what this was is it was actually used as a flare gun in the beta version of Half-Life 2, and it's quite fucking interesting. So it will just be used as a flare gun, and you can kill enemies with it. You can set them on fire with flares, which is quite cool. But yeah, see, I'm on fire there. But well, that's a really cool fire effect actually. But yeah, so this was actually used as a flare gun instead of actually the AR2 that we know today, which is very, 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 very interesting. Okay, so next is an actual flare gun. So there we go. Got a flare gun. Used on the Borealis, I think it was. And then we have the thumper. So what was this supposed to do then? Yeah, I'm on fire still. Ugh. I have a feeling I know what that was actually supposed to be. This was supposed to be a actual thumper you see when you're coming up to the prison in Half-Life 2. I've still forgotten the name, sorry about that. Basically, the thumpers are to get rid of, well, to keep antlions away, because they hate thumping sounds for some reason. So they were to, I think these were supposed to be portable, and you actually use them to keep antlions away, which was quite cool actually. So that's really it actually. A few things didn't actually appear in the end. So a brickbat didn't actually appear. The brickbat was a head crab you can actually use, and you'd actually be able to chuck it. Oh no, brickbat was actually a cremator head you could actually throw at people, and it would kill them instantly. And it was quite cool. It was a very, trollish, it was a very trollish weapon in our server when we actually had the Half-Life 2 beta server up for CEG. We would use it a lot just to kill people for fun. It was quite funny. ML, I don't know what the weapon ML was, but yeah, a lot of things are very, very, very interesting. I think that's really it for now, guys. So, did we miss out on a lot with the weapons for Half-Life 2? In my opinion, yes, we did. I think we missed out on a lot. Sadly, you know, some things were developed into different things. So, like this AR-1 here was developed into the incendiary rifle, which was kind of a shame. There was two versions of the SMG. There was the MP5 version and whatnot, which is quite sad, really. Actually, give me a sec. I want to try something. I believe there is actually a SMG1. SMG. Did I get it? No. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. But anyway, yeah. Did I think we missed out on a lot? Yes, we did. There were some quite interesting weapons here that could have been used in the Half-Life 2 game. The emulator, the towel cannon, the flare gun even. Oh, this is the gravity gun. A lot of things we could have used, like the ice pick and whatnot. A lot of things could have been used, and it would have been kind of fun. Did we miss out on a lot when it comes to the actual beta itself and comparing it to retail? Yes, massively. I mean, there was loads and loads of things cut out of this version, and then it was redeveloped so much, and it's a shame, really. And it is such a shame. And you know, if I can, I will try and get the patches for this beta, and then be able to show it, so I can actually show off more stuff, which would be kind of cool. I think it also adds in more stuff as well, which wasn't actually in this version I have here. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed, comment, like, subscribe, help a lot. Check out my other videos. I've done loads of other videos of betas and prototypes. Recently I did Enemy Territory, the public beta. Sadly, that one is actually a bit buggy because sometimes the screen will go black, but it's very, very interesting. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.